You're never going to get the things that you're striving for.
Right.
You're never going to acquire the life that you want or the happiness that you want or the contentment that you want if you're always seeking it from the outside. If you're seeking recognition, if you're seeking to be seen or heard. I say this often. If you're in a state to where you're feeling depressed or you're early in recovery, you're early in something new, fill in the blank, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Then shut everything off because everything is a distraction at that point. You're trying to figure out how to live life in a way that you've never done before. You're trying to change your behaviors and your mindsets. You shut off your kids, shut off your family, shut off any distraction from the outside world, friends, family, and spend some time with you. Spend some time with learning. Fiction books are
Educate yourself. Let's put it that way, right? Because I don't read. I'm dyslexic as all get up.
Educate yourself.
It is difficult for me to read. I do still attempt to read. This space where in reality we are simple people. We're very simple. The brain is very simple. It runs off the unconscious. We don't spend time to retrain it. Your personality is based on your personal reality. So if you are surrounded by negativity, all of these things, right? Like if you're surrounded by this and then you wonder why your life sucks, but you're focused on every day why your life sucks. You're not focused on what can I do differently today? What can I change about my life? Who do I need to push out of my way?
And that's what I hate to hear the most is you said a minute ago, I don't have time for that. And you ask somebody what their day looks like, and it's just like, you don't have time. You literally just had 9 hours of nothing.
And sleep is important. I don't want people to take it the wrong way. I still get a good solid 7-8 hours a day.
Okay.
Still.
How many hours you got left if you get...
1,000%. That's what I mean. I laugh when people say, I don't have time. And I say,
work and I got this.
Let me draw you a map of my day and then tell me why you don't have time. When my day, like I wake up hours before I have to go to work.
And that's the thing right there.
Because it's quiet time, it's me time. I don't have to worry about anything but me. I'm married. When my wife gets up, it becomes partially about her. Like I want to pay attention to her because we're married and I love her and that's what I do, right?
And if she got up the same time as you,
we would be divorced because she doesn't like to wake up that early. Again, I've said it a million times. I don't even need an alarm clock. I laugh that I set my alarm clock because it never goes off. The only time it goes off is in the middle of my meditating sometimes when I forgot that I set my alarm. Everybody overcomplicates life just way too much.
I'm a drug addict, so I tend and I love to make things complicated.
Yeah.
That's just how I live my life.
I came to this epiphany the other day when I was talking to someone about their wants, right? The reality of life is you don't get the things you want. However, you do attract the things that you are. So stop focusing on the things that you want and become what you are. And a byproduct of that will become all of those things. It is very simple. In reality, as long as you stay focused on the actual goal, which is yourself. Again, I've said this a million times. We focus on the outside world so much to give validation inside, and then we wonder why we're constantly chasing money or chasing attention or chasing X, Y, and Z, right? It's a constant chase because that's never going to fill the void. You have to fill the void inside of yourself. So until you will take the time with yourself and focus on yourself, you're never going to get anything. You're going to spend your life walking in circles. So just do yourself a favor and just start walking in circles now and get it over with. This is why you hear story after story after story about these big money millionaires that are miserable because they believed that the chase for all of this money was going to satisfy them. And then they get to the end of the rope and they're like, what? That was so anticlimactic.
There's also people like myself who are just in love with the chase because I'm not chasing after possessions. I'm just chasing because that's who I am. I'm always trying to become a better version of me. And that ebbs and flows, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because sometimes I'm just great. I'm the best thing that's ever happened. And I feel good and I'm doing things that I feel good about and I'm having relationships that I feel good about and I'm showing up. It's the 47 little things in my day that make me feel good, whether I accomplish those or whether I fail at those little things. I do have a firm belief that you don't see things how they are. You see things how you are. You know what I mean? You don't see the truth.
Well, I've said this to you 1,000 times. I remember you saying to me once this certain thing and I said, you choose to be that way, Marty.
No, 100%.
Like maybe I'm this, and I'm like, maybe you choose to be that.
I see the things like that I want to see, right? Mm-hmm. It's those little things that creep up in your mind, the scenarios that creep in your mind about who you are and who you are not,
right?
That eat away at you subconsciously. You don't even know it. Mm-hmm. And then it becomes a reality. Then it becomes your belief system. And then next thing you know, you're acting on that belief system, right? Iron sharpens iron. Like the horrible thing is if you're in any kind of affliction, whether it be mental health or substance use, like you can't do this stuff alone.
Right.
And the same thing, and the same goes with life coaching. Like maybe you can do some stuff alone, but how much better is it if you got somebody in your corner who's calling you out and who's making you aware of certain things? Because it varies. It goes offline. I got a mindset to go from A to B, and I'll turn to C, D, and F real quick and not even know it. And it just takes somebody to slap me in the face and say, look, man, no, hold on. What was that? What are you doing? What do you even care for?